Hi, everybody. Today I want to talk about something that I did not know that I was doing. I guess it's a new term called vibe coding. Uh, as you can see in Google, is a new approach for programming with AI. Uh, why I'm been doing this? Out of necessity. Those of you who know me, I am I am tech enough to understand how technology works, but I do not like programming. I really do not like programming. So I always rely on people that were either supporting me or in different jobs were under me to help me with those type of situations when I needed something to be created. So I love programming in the sense that you can create something that doesn't exist, but I just don't like coding, right? And before, when I look at something like this, I was like, "Oh, my goodness, what is this? I cannot even understand half of it, right?" And want to walk you very quickly into, out of necessity, how I develop an application. One of them, I may do some series of videos if this actually is something of interest. Um, Out of necessity. So very quickly, um, my wife, she has a new company. It's a company of a mobile services for IV therapy, Botox, and that sort of thing, right? And it was getting really hard to manage marketing. I don't work in marketing. I don't know anything about it. So I did some research and I ended up developing this tool. As you can see, is locally is managing right here. Um, and what the process is, well, generally speaking, the process is having a conversation with Gemini. I used to use Cloud because at one point Cloud was the best for code generation, and now Gemini is the best for me. And we just have lengthy conversations back and forth, troubleshooting and doing those things. To me, it takes me longer than what I would say is a programmer because I heavily rely on the AI. I've learned a couple of things here and there, but still, I do not like coding, right? So I rely heavily um, on the AI. In this case, I uploaded a file. I explained that I had an issue, and we started having the back and forth. Uh, I need to really have kind of understanding of the logic so I can redirect because the AI can go banana sometimes. But let me just walk you through really quick the app so you understand this is not just a basic app. This is actually a very robust solution. So what I did is I consume my wife's website into vectors in the system. So this is my wife's website, and it has information. So I wanted to be updated whenever I make updates, so I didn't have to go and do manual updates in the system. So all I do is I go in here and I start scraping my wife's website, and it will kind of learn all of it, right? So it has this knowledge base with all the information and so forth, right? And then I can have an idea that I need to generate. So these are all around marketing, right? So let's say I need IV hydration ideas for Father's Day. And yeah, I can make spelling mistakes. I actually sometimes don't even try to fix it because he will just do it right for me. Okay. And it will generate, in my case, I said 5 ideas. It will generate 5 ideas for me. I can kind of look at it and say, you know what, I like this idea or not. Let me just click on this one right here and I can save it. So these are all ideas that have been generated, but okay, that's fine, Gio. Generating ideas, no big deal. You're right, it's no big deal. What is big deal is now being able to build on top of that idea, right? So now I want to create a media post of an image, and I could select that idea that I had before. Um, I just want to make this up, make it masculine. Because who wants to say I am a man and I'm getting buttocks? Not many, right? As you can see, I'm kind of I can play between LLMs locally. That's why I'm using Olama because it's all local. But then I'm using the very gracious open, free APIs from Google to generate a lot of these. So it's gonna generate an image information for me. So this is right here. It generated a post. So this is the information, and it generated an actual image prompt. We'll get back to that in a second. Now I want to create an actual video. As you can see, I can also create blog posts because that's another thing that I'm doing in there. And I'm going to do the same thing. I can provide more information, put some tags as well. For now, I'm just going to leave it there, 30 seconds. I'm going to use Gemini. So you can see it's using Gemini 1.5 Flash right now. And it will generate, the information for me. So let's say I wanted this. I'm going to save the asset. So now I can go and manage my content, right? So I can go and look at what kind of content I'm looking for. That was the video. And there are statuses, so I can have things that I completed, so I know what I have done, right? That's part of the exercise. And then, I see the ID. Obviously, I can improve a lot of these different pieces, but, for round one, I think this is pretty good. So this is the content that was generated. I asked the LLM to give me some visuals as to what I should do, what kind of information. This is kind of like the UI kind of experience of the video, while this is the audio itself, right? So I can go in here and edit the actual audio script. But as you notice, it is always calling information from here because it's very tailored, right? It understands the information about the website. And so it is making it based on the website. I could change this or do something else. In this case, the information here, I think I'm good. And I can now generate audio. And this is actually a cloning tool. So all I do is I grab in here some of the voices of either my wife or my daughter. I click OK, and it will generate the audio based on the voice. That's using other technologies that I have discovered, all local. The only actually thing that I'm using that is not local is Gemini. So it generates the audio. I grab it. I'm not going to do it live in here, but I will show you actually the end result. So by the end of the day, I can manage the content. I can kind of review all the ideas and kind of see what I have done for the ideas, right? And complete that. And that's the tool. But it doesn't end there, right? This is step one. I really want to get to the next level where I can generate the images right from here, right? And I can do that. I can actually do that. But I have removed that functionality because the generation using Gemini's API is not that great. But when I go to the website, it is. So let's actually grab, and I have not even tested this one. So let's grab the one from here. And I'm going to just copy and paste this. And I can come here into Gemini, and I can just select, in my case, I want to create a portrait. I can click on it. I have no editor, as you can see. You will notice some of color codings because I also trained the system to know my wife's company color palette, and I can click on it, and it will generate images. Obviously, we'll still have some crazy stuff like this one right here, but key point right here is to be able to really look at some of these images. Like this one, I'm looking at it really quick, and it's pretty good. So that's kind of the workflow. I kind of use that to generate the images. So I'm not generating it yet in the app. That's going to be phase 2 or 3. But I want to show you a couple of examples of the things that it has been done in there, the kind of the end result. So like this is an Instagram post. The actual styling design, it came from, the tool, but I use Canva to do some background cleaning and such, and then just use kind of like the text. But I will have never come up with these ideas of, split the screen and put some information in here and do that stuff and make it look cool like that. Never. But what I think is even cooler is I also have web-based, local-based uh, system that allows me to clone. So this is actually one of my daughters, and where I clone her with the audio. Remember the audio I show you? It just now has a video with the audio, and it starts playing back, and it will use Canva's tools to just make it a little bit nicer. Um, and that's it. That's just a quick walkthrough. I have developed a couple more tools: an evil generator, a poem generator. They are actually, I think, quite complex. Let me know if you are interested in learning a little bit more about these things and my actual process. I kind of just walk through this, like, actually really too fast. But if you want to kind of see my process, let me know. Thank you.